I need you, I want you. 날 보고
Hey love bugs, I'm back with another video, and so I'm talking about how to not take people for granted, or why you shouldn't take people for granted. This is something that's really crucial, and I know I haven't been around in like God knows how long, and I'm sorry about that. I have been, busy with other things and exploring other things, and it's just, it happens. Nothing personal. I still love you guys. I'm still here if you need to DM me, stuff like that. So taking people for granted is something that it's kind of like a habit at some point, because you kind of just get used to people being there for you, or you get used to people being a certain type of vibe for you. Look at this. Anyway, they're going for a ride. You taking people for granted is something that is habitual, because like I said, it just becomes something you just do and you might not even realize you're doing it. It's like subconscious at a certain point, you know what I'm saying? So it's not necessarily your fault in a sense. I mean, some people do it intentionally. It just depends on the person. But this is really bad because you can hurt a lot of people's feelings, and you just make them feel like they're not worthy of anything. Like they just feel worthless, and they feel like they don't matter. And that's something that I really dislike. I almost said hate, but dislike, because I think that that's really fucked up. Excuse my language, but guys, I stopped doing that fucking like censor shit. Like, look, whatever. It's just one of those things that I truly dislike, you know what I'm saying? And I don't think that it's a good idea to do that, because little do you know, those people have a limit just like everybody else. And they're gonna get tired of that shit. And you know what's gonna happen? They're gonna stop doing for you. They're gonna stop being there for you. They're just gonna stop. And then when they stop, it's gonna be like the wind has been knocked out of you. So you really don't want to experience that feeling. So I try not to take people for granted as much as I can, because number one, I care about people's feelings. Number two, I think, like I said, it's fucked up to do. And then number three, it's like it's unnecessary, because why? They're there. They want to be there. It's amazing, because this world is so desensitized that it's hard to find caring people. It's hard to find people that are devoted to you, loyal to you, who will stand at your side and help you through everything, and be that shoulder to lean on, that rock to hold you up, that backbone that you need to make sure you never fall, that you don't slip away and lose yourself, because that happens every single day to everybody. There are plenty of moments where we slide and we just kind of fall a little bit, and then we have to try to pick ourselves back up, dust ourselves off, and say, all right, I'm gonna keep trying, you know what I'm saying? But it's easier when you have somebody there to help you and to remind you of why you're doing this, and to remind you that life is what you make of it, and you don't want to have a miserable life. You want to have a good life. So that's what it is important about having people in your life, and not just any type of people, but real people who keep it real with you, and they tell you when you're wrong, and they uplift you when you're right. They encourage you, but they also keep you in check. You know what I'm saying? But in a respectful way, not a disrespectful way, because nobody should disrespect you. That's not a friend. That's not somebody you want to associate with. It's not something we all need to practice, because why are we doing that? Like I said, I don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I value people very much so, because I know what it's like to feel alone. I know what it's like to feel like you don't matter. I know what it's like to feel like nobody's listening. I know what it feels like to have people reject you when you've done everything under the sun to make them happy, or to make them feel alive, you know what I mean? And make them feel like they matter too, So it's a hard thing to deal with that, because with that thought process, you just think, wow, like, does this person even care? Like, I've done all of this, and it's not that you want anything in return. It's any type of rewards from it. You just want to be there, and that's genuinely in your heart, and you just know it's the right thing to do, and that's how you're made as a person. That's your makeup. That's your nature. So it fucks you up when people take advantage of that, and they act like it's an ordinary, everyday occurrence, and that's not true. Like I said, so many people are so detached from life, So many people are so disconnected from everything, and it's hard for them to come back from that. So when you do have those beautiful souls that resonate with stuff and care about people, man, you better hold tight. There are very few, and I'll tell you, I give people my all, and it's hard because there are times where I really don't want to. Like, I just want to, like, remove that part of myself so bad, but then I wouldn't be doing this, you know? So all of this would be pointless if I disconnected like that. So I'm not going to allow myself to go to that point because I want to keep doing this, you know, and I want to keep being there for people. I want to help people feel like life is worth something and life is not all bad. I want to give them the impression that life is a balance of good and bad. You have to take the good with the bad. You can't just have beautiful moments all the time, and you can't just go through adversities all the time either. You know, it's not black and white. It's not that simple. It is complex to a certain extent, but life is what you make it out to be. So if you make it hard for yourself by being extremely negative, you know, pessimistic, you think the worst before the best, man, it's gonna be tough, you know. But we're human. We go through those stages where we doubt ourselves, we doubt our life plans, you know, and the timeline. It's all about the timeline. You may not understand the timeline, but that doesn't mean the timeline doesn't believe in you. If I could leave you with anything, I would just say, like, be careful how you treat people, be careful how you talk to them, you know, and handle them with care, you know, respect them and let them know, damn, I really appreciate you. And I'm thankful for you, I'm grateful for you, and I'm here for you too. Reciprocate that energy. Don't let them feel like you don't care about them. Don't leave somebody to feel alone. Don't isolate them like that and make them feel worthless. Don't do that to somebody. Be there and really be there. Consciously, like, show up just like they show up for you. It's so good to be back, and I'm your friend, whatever you need me to be. I love you guys, and I hope you stay safe. I hope you've been safe. I hope you've been adapting during quarantine. And if you want to leave some comments, let me know how that's been going. I would love to hear from you guys. It's been a cool minute. Hopefully you'll welcome me back, you know. I just got back on Twitter, by the way. I'm not too active, but I'm trying to be. So if you want to catch me on Twitter, hit me up. I know a lot of people have been hitting me up. I apologize, you know. People were worried. You know, the ex-fans, man, I rode with y'all. We A1. Okay, so I got you. If anyone hasn't told you today, I care about you. You matter. And you're going to live a great life. You know, you just got to go through the tough times in order to get to the best times of your life. Stay true to you. Just believe in authenticity. You know, you'll never go wrong that way. I will see you guys later. I almost said gang gang. Oh my god, bye.
I know you're somewhere, somewhere. I've been trapped